Now we're going to start the head. Using your primary body color, make a magic ring. Single crochet 6 into the ring. The next several rounds, we're going to increase 6 in each round, but we're going to stagger the increases. I'm going to use a scrap of contrasting yarn just to mark the beginning of each round. Okay, so round 2, we're going to increase in each stitch around. So we'll be going from 6 stitches to 12 stitches. In round 3, we're going to alternate between making an increase and a single crochet in every other stitch. So the pattern repeat is increase in the first stitch, single crochet in the second stitch. Staggering increases like this helps to minimize the appearance of the increases and make the shape rounder. Okay, so here we go. Our first increase, and then a single crochet, and so on all the way around. In the next round, we're going to increase to 24 stitches, and the pattern repeat will be a single crochet, an increase, and then another single crochet. And then repeat that all the way around. Okay. In round 5, we're going to increase to 30 stitches, and the pattern repeat in this round is 3 single crochets and then an increase. And then repeat that around. In the next 3 rounds, we're going to work even, meaning we're not going to increase or decrease. We're just going to work a single crochet in each stitch around. So here we are, round 6, single crochet 30. Round 7, single crochet 30. You can see that the contrast yarn I'm using to mark the rounds is really convenient, especially if you're not great at differentiating between each round. Every other round has a loop of yarn over it, and every other round has a loop of yarn behind it, so it makes it really easy to count rounds. Okay, and this is the last round of single crocheting around. And then in the next round, we'll start increasing again. In round 9, we're going to increase by 3. So we'll do an increase in the first stitch and then 9 single crochets and repeat that repeat around 3 times. So here we go, first increase. Second increase. And that was the third. In the next 3 rounds, we're going to do a single crochet in each stitch around, so that'll be 3 rounds of 33 single crochets. So here's round 10. Okay, round 11, still making a single crochet in each stitch. Okay, and then round 12, which is the last round of one single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, in round 13 we're going to increase by 3 stitches, and we're going to do that by making 5 single crochets, then an increase, and then 5 more single crochets, and then repeating that pattern around. So that's 5 single crochets, increase, 5 more single crochets. Okay. In round 14, we're going to do something a bit different. We'll start by making 15 single crochets, and then we're going to do some chains and some skip stitches, and I'll explain why when we get there. Okay, so 15 single crochets. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1 and skip the next stitch and work 4 single crochets, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then work 15 more single crochets. So now we have 4 stitches, which will be centered on the front of the face, and on either side of them there's 1 skip stitch and a chain 1 space. So here's our next 15 single crochets. And now the marker at the beginning and end of the rounds is going to be at the back of Barb's head. Row 15 is worked just the same way. So once we get to the skip stitches and chain 1s, they'll be stacked on top of each other. So this is our 15 single crochets. Coming up on our first skip stitch, so chain 1, skip the chain, and then work 4 single crochets. So here you see two chain 1 spaces, one on top of the other. So chain 1, skip the next chain, and we'll do 15 single crochets to get us back to the beginning of the round. In the next round, we're going to form the indentations around Barb's chin. We're going to do that by working slip stitches into the skip stitch on round 13. So you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there, but it's going to be important to use a kind of high tension for those slip stitches. So we're going to start the round with 15 single crochets, worked right on top of the previous 15 single crochets, and then a slip stitch under that first skip stitch of round 13. Single crochets, okay, so insert the hook into the skip stitch of round 13 and just make a slip stitch, except you're working all the way around the next 2 rounds, and use kind of high tension because you want to create kind of a little pucker there. And then work 4 single crochets as normal into the 4 single crochets of round 15. And then repeat all that in the next skip stitch of round 13. So again, a really tight slip stitch, and then return to the single crochets of round 15 and work 15 single crochets to get back to the beginning of the round. So what you'll see when you look at the front of the work is the beginning of kind of like a pucker where you did those slip stitches, and it looks pretty cute, I think, at this point. You can go ahead and tuck some tails inside the head to get them out of your way. And now we're going to do a decrease round, and we're going to decrease across every 2 stitches all the way around, including the skip stitches, including the slip stitches that you made in the last round. And I'm doing invisible decreases. You can do whatever decrease you prefer. Okay, so there I'm working into the first slip stitch of the last round. And it can be a little hard to see those slip stitches sometimes, so be careful when you're doing that. Actually, that was the first slip stitch, I believe. And this one I'll work into the second slip stitch. You can see it's pretty tight, which is what you want to create that pucker, but it can be a bit tricky to work into, so be patient. And then continue decreasing. If you're not familiar with the difference between decrease and invisible decrease, we have a little very short YouTube short about it that we'll link out to. So at the beginning of this round we had 36 stitches, but since we've decreased across the entire round, we have 18 stitches. You can see a little bit the chin forming. To make sure that, we're getting to Barb's neck here, and to make sure that the neck retains its shape, we're going to do a round of slip stitches all the way around her neck. And you can make these a little bit loose, like you don't have to strangle her. But I do it with the same size hook. I don't go up a hook size or anything. If you're making it super duper tight and you're worried about that, you can go up just 1 hook size. But this will just help maintain a clear line where her neck starts. We're just going to do a regular old slip stitch all the way around. So that's 18 slip stitches. We do this a lot on our amigurumi's necks, just to keep everything a little bit more snug. And then, once we've gotten to this point, you'll stuff Barb's head. We're pretty big fans of stuffing firmly, especially in situations like this where there's unique shaping. We want to make sure that you get stuffing into her little chin and stuffing all the way to the top of her head. You don't want to stuff so much that you start to see stuffing through the stitches, but you want to make sure that she's not floppy. And there you have it. Barb's head. Just a note about stuffing. The smaller a piece of stuffing you use at a time, the better your stuffing job will be. We all get impatient and use larger and larger clumps over time, but that makes it harder to make a smooth shape inside your pieces, so highly recommend small pieces of stuffing at a time. forgot to mention, don't break the yarn. As you can see, we just put it on a stitch marker because we're going to pick up here when we start her body. Excuse me, we're going to pick up here when we start her body. So don't break the yarn. If you already broke the yarn, no big deal. Rejoining yarn and amigurumi is pretty easy, so no sweat, but there's no need to break the yarn at this point. And again, make sure you get a little bit of stuffing into that chin. Help keep that shape. And cute little head. Can you imagine your Barb?